Stop wasting your time growing tomatoes. Seriously. While you're out there tying vines, fighting pests, and watering them every single day, there's a group of forgotten vegetables that practically grow themselves, and almost nobody is planting them anymore. Some of these used to feed entire villages for generations. One of them spread so aggressively it was actually restricted in parts of Europe. Another one can produce insane amounts of food in a tiny space, way more than anything in your garden right now. And the craziest part? Most seed companies barely even offer them anymore. By the end of this video, you're going to see gardening in a completely different way. Before we dive in, quick question. What's the most frustrating thing you've tried to grow? Tomatoes cracking, lettuce bolting overnight? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and I build videos based on what you struggle with most. Now, let's get into it. Number 1. Purslane, the weed that outperforms everything. Most people pull this plant out and throw it away without a second thought, but purslane isn't a weed. It's one of the oldest vegetables humans have ever eaten. Long before modern crops took over, this plant was quietly feeding people because it grows where nothing else will. Dry soil, cracks in concrete, brutal heat. It doesn't care. Once it appears, it spreads on its own, forms a living carpet over your soil, and keeps producing even if you cut it back again and again. It barely needs water, ignores poor soil, and just keeps coming. And here's the twist. It's incredibly nutritious, with a fresh, slightly lemony crunch that works in salads or cooked dishes. Harvest it young for the best texture, but always leave a few plants. Once it drops seeds, you'll never need to plant it again. Number 2. Good King Henry. Plant once and harvest for decades. This is the kind of plant modern gardening forgot on purpose. Good King Henry used to grow in cottage gardens across Europe, quietly producing food year after year without being replanted. It's a perennial green, which means once you establish it, it just keeps coming back, stronger every spring. The leaves cook like spinach, the shoots taste like asparagus, and it handles cold, neglect, and poor soil better than most greens you can buy today. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Plants like this aren't popular anymore because you only buy them once. Harvest lightly in early spring, and this one plant can feed you for years, sometimes decades, with almost zero effort. Number 3. Malabar spinach, the heat-proof climber. Regular spinach gives up the second summer hits. Malabar spinach does the opposite. It thrives in heat, climbs aggressively, and produces thick, juicy leaves all season long when everything else is struggling. Give it a fence, a trellis, or even a forgotten corner, and it will take over in the best way possible. The more you harvest, the faster it grows back, turning one plant into a constant source of greens. Let a few vines go to seed at the end of the season. Next year, it comes back on its own. No work required. Number 4. Skirret, the forgotten sweet root. Before carrots became popular, people were growing this. Skirret produces clusters of slender, sweet roots that you can harvest whenever you need them, even in colder months. Once it's planted, it keeps producing year after year with almost no maintenance. It thrives in poor soil, doesn't demand constant care, and quietly builds a long-term food source underground. Leave part of the root system in place when harvesting. It will regenerate and keep producing without replanting. Number 5. Hamburg parsley, the hidden root crop. You've probably used parsley, but not like this. Hamburg parsley is grown for its root, not its leaves, and that root is rich, slightly sweet, and stores incredibly well, perfect for long-term food supply. It tolerates cold, grows in less than perfect soil, and doesn't attract the kind of problems modern vegetables do. Wait until after a light frost to harvest. The cold actually improves the flavor naturally. Number 6. Salsify, the vegetable nobody talks about. This one used to be everywhere. Now almost nobody grows it. Salsify develops long roots with a mild, slightly nutty flavor, and grows in conditions where other root crops struggle. It doesn't need constant watering, doesn't demand rich soil, and handles cold weather easily. It's one of those plants that rewards you the more you ignore it. Leave some roots in the ground over winter. They'll reseed themselves and come back stronger. Number 7. Scorzonera, the too aggressive plant. This is the one I warned you about. Scorzonera spreads so efficiently that gardeners once tried to control it, not because it was bad, but because it was too good at surviving. It thrives in poor soil, resists harsh weather, and produces roots that actually taste better the longer they grow. Yes, it spreads, but that's exactly why it works. Harvest after frost for maximum sweetness, and just control where it grows instead of fighting it. Number 8. Lovage, the plant that replaces your spice rack. Imagine a plant that comes back every year and seasons your food. Lovage grows tall, strong, and almost impossible to kill. Its flavor is like a deeper, more intense celery, and every part of the plant is usable. Once planted, it keeps producing without attention, turning into a permanent herb source in your garden. Let it flower and drop seeds, you'll get new plants for free without doing anything. Number 9. Chayote, the endless vine. One plant, dozens of fruits. Chayote grows like it has something to prove. Give it space to climb and it will cover fences, trellises, or empty areas while producing food continuously. It thrives in heat, ignores poor soil, and gives you edible fruits, shoots, and even roots. Let one fruit fall and sprout. That's all it takes to start a self-sustaining vine. Number 10. Egyptian walking onion, the self-planting crop. This plant literally plants itself. Instead of seeds, it grows bulb clusters on top of its stalks. When they get heavy, they fall over, root themselves, and grow into new plants. Year after year, it slowly walks across your garden. You plant it once, and it multiplies on its own. Leave a few bulb clusters untouched, and your onion patch will expand automatically every season. Number 11. Groundnut, the protein-rich underground crop. This plant was feeding people long before modern agriculture. Groundnut produces chains of underground tubers that are rich, filling, and surprisingly high in protein. It grows in poor soil, tolerates drought, and spreads naturally while also producing edible vines. It's one of the most efficient, low-effort crops you can grow. Leave a few tubers in the ground and it will re-establish itself every year without replanting. Number 12. Yard-long bean, the high-yield machine. If you only try one plant from this list, make it this one. Yard-long beans climb fast and produce massive pods over and over again throughout the season. A few vines can feed an entire family, producing far more than typical bush beans in the same space. It thrives in heat, poor soil, and doesn't demand constant care. Let some pods fully mature and drop seeds, you'll get a free crop next season. Here's the reality most people don't realize. Gardening isn't supposed to be this hard. We made it hard by choosing plants that need constant attention, perfect conditions, and endless effort. But these plants, they don't fight you, they work with you. So here's what I want you to do. Pick just 3 of these, not all 12, just 3. Plant them this season, step back, and watch what happens. And if this changed the way you think about gardening, share this with someone who's struggling right now. Because once you switch to plants that actually want to grow, everything changes. And next week, I'm breaking down 12 perennial vegetables that can produce food for over 20 years from a single planting. You don't want to miss that.